Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. MC-Mura here, and in today's video we are gonna be checking out the changes to R.Mika and Balrog in the latest mid-season patch. I'm gonna be talking about multiple character per videos now, just to speed up the process a little bit, and some characters honestly didn't change that much. So they are not there's not that much to talk about to make a separate video for each one. Now first let's check out Balrog because his changes are quite simple actually. The first one is to his grab. Now he is plus 15 after a forward throw. The idea here is that once he dashes up, he's gonna be minus 2. If he was minus 1, he could use his 3 frame and trade with characters who had 4 frames, and they didn't want that, so now he gets to be plus 2. It's not a big deal in all honesty, it doesn't really change it that much. The other change is to the medium punch and heavy punch dash straight. These were made to be minus 4 in the previous patch, and it became almost a meme. Like minus 4 was almost a meme. They were pretty difficult to punish. You had to V-shift to get a punish on them. They are still minus 4, but they reduced the pushback, so they are a little bit easier to punish. As you can see, Balrog don't get pushed as much, so it should be a little bit easier to get a punish on Balrog. They are still totally safe if spaced well, so again I don't think it's that big of a deal. Not really big nerfs for Balrog. He's still a beast in my opinion, nothing that will really matter that much. Now the other changes now is gonna be for Mika, and the first one is her jumping medium punch. This normal for Mika was buffed so that it is easier to follow up on a hit. As you note, the opponent take more time to fall and they are closer to Mika. So now whenever you land this, landing the follow-up combo juggle is gonna be a lot easier. And they also buffed the target combo. It is jumping medium punch, jumping heavy punch, so now this is easier to land as well. They improved the hitbox, so it is a lot more consistent. I mean, it's a quality of life change. I don't think it's gonna make that much of a difference in the grand scheme of things, but it is a good change and it's a buff nonetheless. Now let's talk about the changes to Mika that will actually matter, and this is to her V-Trigger 2. The changes to V-Trigger 2 are pretty exciting in my opinion and pretty interesting. V-Trigger 2 for Mika was a very weird V-Trigger because on hit, the first activation was actually very powerful. On the corner, for example, let's say you got to activate from this. You could get so much damage and stun, as you can see, right? And then you get to the other side. Right? Like it was almost comical, right? So on hit, it could be very, very powerful. But the issue is, once you wasted the first activation, if your opponent blocked, for example, the second activation was notoriously bad. Like it was almost impossible to set up the second activation. What Capcom did is now they added a screen freeze to the second activation, allowing Mika to follow up. So this means now that you get 2 V-Trigger cancels, right? This is actually pretty cool because you can use it in many ways. The first way, of course, let's say for example Balrog is blocking. You could use the first activation like this, and you still get a second activation and the second screen freeze. Notice that the standing heavy punch, this is typically minus 6 on block. With the second activation you are plus 1, right? So you can use it like that. You can use it to make your sweep safe. So there are, even in the neutral, there are potential and obvious uses to this activation. And it's a really good thing in my opinion, because this V-Trigger was very hard to use for a 3 bars V-Trigger. And obviously this is also gonna have some pretty cool and new setups. For example, just something like you can 10 in 10 minutes. Right? And then you get the mix, and that's GG's. Like you pretty much got to use the V-Trigger hit stop activation twice, right? That is really, really good. This is gonna have just some combo conversions mid-screen. Like let's say you got to land this mid-screen. let's say, I believe you do the, right, and then you get to follow up the combo here. I don't want to fail it, I want to get it one last time to show it to you guys. Oh my god. Talk about epic failures. Now talk about epic failures. I don't believe you get a heavy bunch actually, you should do a medium bunch. But you get the idea, because you're only +6, so you should get a medium bunch here. But you get the idea. This V-Trigger is gonna be used a lot more now, I believe. At least there is more reason to use it. Right? Because at least now you get to follow up like that. There is a little bit more to it that you can use, which I think will open some doors for it. Maybe it's gonna be useful. At least having 2 V-Trigger stops is actually pretty nice, now that they also buffed her V-skills in the previous patches. If you have enjoyed this video, please leave a like or a comment. I will be leaving a link to the Patreon page and the Discord server page in the description below. Thank you very much for watching and stay safe.